Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Kam and welcome back to the AFI project. Today we're going to be diving into the David Lean well once again, for the first time since Lawrence of Arabia. Today though, we're going to be talking about his other movie, the movie that he won Best Director for and led Alec Guinness to a Best Actor Oscar for, and too many other awards to mention. It's The Bridge on the River Kwai. This was based on the book by Pierre, and let me pronounce this name right, Boole? I'm gonna put it in the lower third. I'm sorry to Mr. Boole. I mean no harm. I'm bad with names. And like I mentioned, this movie stars Alec Guinness as well as William Holden from Sunset Boulevard. And it tells the story of a group of British prisoners of war who are being held in a Japanese internment camp and forced, under penalty of death, to build a massive bridge on the River Kwai. And it also tells the story of a group of Allied agents, led by William Holden, who are tasked with destroying the bridge once it is completed. If you want more proof of just how successful this movie was, this movie nearly pulled a Titanic or The Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King, when it nearly won every Oscar that it was nominated for. The one lone Oscar that it did not win was for, and I'm going to butcher this name again, Sesue Hayakawa. Again, I know I'm butchering that, and I do apologize. Just for completion's sake, the Oscar that year would go to an actor named Red Buttons, that is his name, for a movie called Sayonara. And this wouldn't be an AFI project video if I told you some interesting backstage stories, among which being that this was meant to go to several other directors, including but not limited to John Ford, William Wyler, Howard Hawks, and Orson freaking Welles, who would have also starred in the movie as well. I know this movie is already completed and it's over 60 years old, but I would have loved to have seen that. But ultimately, it was David Lean who occupied the director's chair, and he had many clashes with Alec Guinness over the creative direction of this movie. Now from what I read about Lawrence of Arabia, those clashes weren't really there, if I am not mistaken. But on Bridge on the River Kwai, there were more than a fair share of clashes in terms of Guinness's character. As a matter of fact, Lean is quoted saying, "Now you can all F off and go home, you English actors. Thank God that I'm starting work tomorrow with an American actor." He was referring to William Holden. But as per usual with a lot of the movies on this list, quite frankly, the backstage stuff did not boil over onto the actual finished product, because The Bridge on the River Kwai is great. And it all boils down to the acting. Let's just say Alec Guinness more than deserved his Oscar. If you only just know Alec Guinness as being Obi-Wan Kenobi in Star Wars, that's a great role, but please, do yourself a favor, go out of your way and watch Bridge on the River Kwai, because he's phenomenal in this movie. There's an entire sequence between Guinness and Hayakawa where the two are discussing the East versus the West, and the scene was just riveting. Trust me when I say you'll know it when you see it. But really, this was a movie of two halves. The first half is all about Alec Guinness playing this general, and he's trying to negotiate with the leader of the Japanese internment camp over who gets to work on the bridge and what time. To make a long story very short, according to the Geneva Convention, Alec Guinness cannot work, but his officers can. And the Japanese refuse to uphold the Geneva Convention, so Guinness and his fellow lieutenants engage in a sit-in, and Guinness ends up in this, what they generously call, the oven. And by the time he comes out, he looks like death warmed over. Just me saying it is not doing this first half of the movie justice. Search it out for yourself. You will be impressed. The first half is pretty epic. The second half, I feel, is a bit of a step down. Don't get me wrong, still good, but just the first half is like up here, and the second half is like right here. Like, still like about on the same level, but just a bit of a step down. It all involves William Holden, who actually escapes from the camp, and he is sent back because the Allies dig up some dirt on him. I won't go any further than that. And says, if you don't blow up the bridge, then we're going to turn you in for X, Y, and Z. So Holden has no choice. And he leads these spies to the now completed bridge. And the rest of the movie is all about the moral question of, now that the bridge is complete, should we destroy it? Because despite the fact that the bridge was built under pretty bad circumstances, the bridge is actually going to help people in the long run. And Guinness's character shifts from, the Japanese are no longer my enemies, but they're sort of our friends. It's an uneasy alliance, but he sees the bridge as kind of a one step towards peace. Like, he sees the war possibly ending and maybe the bridge contributing to that. Guinness actually tries to stop the spies from blowing up the bridge, and again, not going any further than that, but let's just say it's pretty tension-filled. If I had to compare the two David Lean movies, Lawrence of Arabia or Bridge on the River Kwai, I think I'd have to give the narrow edge to Lawrence of Arabia, but Bridge on the River Kwai is still excellent. It's got beautiful cinematography, as always. It's got great music, as always with a David Lean movie. The acting is great, naturally. And it's got a pretty good ending that leaves a lot of things up in the air, kind of like Lawrence of Arabia. I'll just say this. I'll sum it up right here and now. If you loved Lawrence of Arabia and have never seen The Bridge on the River Kwai, do yourself a favor and watch Bridge on the River Kwai because you're going to love it. But that is all for me, guys. Thank you so much, as always, for watching. Next time on the AFI Project, we're going to be talking about a movie from William Wyler, one of the guys who would have directed Bridge on the River Kwai if David Lean had not beaten him out. But the movie that I'm going to be talking about next time from William Wyler ended up winning Best Picture at the Oscars, winning Friedrich March an Oscar for Best Actor, and Wyler himself won an Oscar for Best Director. It's from 1946, and it is called The Best Years of Our Lives. But if you like this video, please be sure to leave a like, comment your thoughts down in the comments down below, and if you like this video and you want to see more like it, hit the subscribe button and click the bell to allow notifications. That way when a new video drops, you'll be the first to know about it. My name is Ryan Cam, and I'll see you in the next one.